Hey guys, HW here, heading into the city for another film, and I couldn't wait this morning to get to a cafe, so I'm having my flat white on the train, so apologies for that. Let me have another taste. Beautiful. But anyway, we're heading into the city, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to Haymarket again, to a place near Darling Harbour called Darling Square, and we're going to capture the punters eating in the little laneways down there because somebody requested it. And then after that we're going to get down and around maybe Cockle Bay Wharf and have a walk around there. So stick around, we'll be in the city shortly, and it's a nice day in Sydney. Alright, I've made it down to the edge of Chinatown and Haymarket, and we're about to have a walk through Darling Square, which I promised to do for one of the users a lot of videos back now. But we're actually like right outside the Holiday Inn. This is the Holiday Inn here down at Darling Square or Haymarket. And the side of Darling Square that we're about to view in a minute, which has been turned into a big retail, food and fun precinct. I found out when I had a look that it was apparently completed back in 2017 or 2018, which I had no idea. It just goes to show you how often I come down here, which is not very often. Now, before we turn around and have a look at it, or at the start of it at least, I'll let you know a few things. Firstly, I want to have a shout out to subscriber Useful Power. Thanks very much for shouting me the coffee. You can call that coffee that I had earlier the shout that you provided. So again, thanks very much. Okay, so I fibbed a bit earlier as well. I said that the weather was pretty nice in Sydney today. I've sort of stretched it a little bit. It is a nice day, it's quite pleasant, but it is overcast a bit, so the sun's coming in and out. It's currently 25 degrees Celsius. It's going to get up to 28 degrees Celsius. And for you dinosaurs that are still using Fahrenheit, that basically means the high 70s and the early 80s in Fahrenheit. So let's turn around and get moving. Let's pick up my bag first. So here's the start of the Darling Square over here. There's a bunch of apartment buildings and hotels that they've built over the top of it as well. And this is where the Sydney Entertainment Centre used to be, just here. So right on the corner there, that's a hotel. And as I said before, I wasn't lying, here's the Holiday Inn that we're standing under. See the sign for the Holiday Inn just there. There's Market City down there. So if you're coming to Sydney as a tourist, this would be a pretty good spot to come, right? Be in the centre of everything down here, and easy access to all the restaurants and cafes and all the delights that Chinatown has to offer. There's Chinatown over there. Alright, so I'm actually down here a bit earlier than I was hoping to, so all the Sir Lunchalots haven't got here yet. But I'll come through and anyway, because you know I've got time constraints, so I'll get through as fast as I can. It's this joint over here. It's offering some soups. It's a tattoo joint. Someone getting a tattoo now. turn around and film some of this architecture as well. Should probably come through here at night time as well, with when all the pretty lights are on. And that'll be another vid. What's this joint? So, some sort of bakery. Oh yeah, it is. It's Kurtosh. That's a bit of a chain bakery, that one. Let's get down here. Oh look, there's a schnauzer there. As you can see, I'm a little bit early, but in terms of breaks, what's this place? Buddha Love. He's gone in for early lunch. This Chintaria Buddha or Buddha Love's got a lot of different things on the menu. A lot of different flavours. It's got some Indian food, some Chinese food, Malaysian food, it's got all different food. What's this place? Yeah, that place is still got its breakfast menu up. What's it called? Alvers. There's a Japanese ramen joint just here called Hakatamon Ramen. I don't know, this must be same part of the ramen place as well. So there's no sign on it. Got a Starbucks down here for the tourists. There's the pump house over there. We filmed that before. There's that hotel I pointed out before, the Novotel. Just there, that's been there for a long time. Even before the entertainment centre got pulled down, it was there. Oh look, here's a few. It's all part of the same place. There's a few eateries in here. Let's go in, fuck it. Golden Century, got some ducks and pork up there, delicious. It's like a burger joint down here. Umi burger and a bar, little bar. Here to get a lager with your burger. That sign's telling me there's a bit of some shops up there and a childcare centre. I'm not going to go into the shops. This is an unusual building, this one too. See the curvature on it and the wood wrapped around it. There's another entrance into the same food court that we were just in. Come out into the centre over here and film some of the buildings that surround Darling Square. So you see all the apartment buildings and hotels that are dotted around Darling Square. There's a whole bunch over there as well. So what would you call that? You'd almost call that like the Singapore model, wouldn't you? You know, in Singapore where they've got all the high-rise and then they've got the eateries, the hawker centres at the bottom. That's the sort of feel that I get here. Oh, I dare say the food is going to be a lot more expensive than the hawker centres in Singapore though. And down this other laneway called Steam Mill Lane. A few more interesting decorations hanging from the sky here in between the buildings. I filmed this laneway before and I filmed that Thai restaurant there. What's this place? A bit of sushi, a bit of Japanese food. Burgers here. Yeah, like I said, I'm a bit early and everyone's still setting up. It's just called the Sandwich Shop. Thank you. To give you an idea, turkey club sandwich is $15.95 and a chicken schnitzel sandwich is $15.50. I'd call that an inflation sandwich. Oh, here's Edition Coffee Roasters. Remember when I went into Edition Coffee Roasters down at the station? So, definitely a bit of a chain. Seen a few of them around too. I saw another one in George Street. So there's Edition Coffee Roasters just there. So they've got a nice big coffee shop as well. There's that building. So yeah. Let's get back down on the other side of the lane and then we're going to head over to Cockle Bay at Darling Harbour. Little gift store here. What's this place serving up? Matcha soba, whatever that is. I know what matcha is, but I don't know what matcha is in terms of food. Was it a matcha flavoured soup with stuff floating in it or something? I don't know. What's this place? Got bento boxes on offer. A few dumplings and fried chicken. They've got a happy hour. Doesn't tell you how much it is though. Oh, here you can get yourself a 2 litre or 3 litre beer dispenser for $52. Look at the people lined up for the Vietnamese rolls here. This place is dominating. For the delicious fresh ingredients in the window there. They look good and those rolls look good too. What's this place? You even get yourself some Lebanese food here. Some kebabs and Turkish as well. Some gozlami. There's the obligatory bin chicken. There it is. Hey. Look at him, look how tame he is, waiting for me to feed him. Or she. I don't know. I don't know whether they're different colours, the females and males with that breed. I don't know. Oh, listen to this music. I don't want this. Come on. Get through here. Alright. Directly in front of us we can see the start of the convention centre. That big block there. I'll give that a miss. Centre Point Tower in the background over there, and the city. Ah, there's a nice breeze blowing through under this tunnel here, under the expressway up above. At the city skyscape as we walk along here. Yeah, so when I was talking about the weather before, saying that it was going to be, you know, high 70s, early 80s, the weather today, earlier in the week we got absolutely blasted. It was 38 degrees Celsius. Going up to the 100 plus Fahrenheit, and which is really weird for this time of year. We usually get those temperatures in January, and then we usually get, like, you know, sort of mid 30 degrees Celsius temperatures in February. That's like really humid, but this year it's all over the joint. And so we're getting all of these really high temperatures in March, which is just bizarre. I'll just stop the video here for a second at this water fountain. It's like, oh no, I can't. There's a kid about to swim in it. I have to keep going. I was going to whip my phone out and do a little short video so that I could add that in later, but being thwarted by a child who wants to cool down. Even walking along near the park here, you can't get away from construction. Look at that. Bloody noisy machines everywhere. Get back, have a look at the view over this side. Alright, let's kick off again. We're down at the Marina outside the Cockle Bay Wharf. Let's have a look at a few of the restaurants along here. Now, if you didn't hear, Darling Harbour's undergoing a bunch of redevelopment again. So the old Harbourside shopping centre over there, you can see it's all boarded up and covered with scaffolding. This is all getting redeveloped. And turn our attention back onto the Cockle Bay Wharf here. At least some of these places will still be open. So that's why I'm not going over to the other side of Darling Harbour today. There's old Nick's. A few of the early Sir Lunchalots have got in there already. I wouldn't exactly call it like peak time for Friday lunch yet. Let's have a look at the menu for Nick's. I haven't been here for a while. Got a cold seafood plate for 34 bucks. Soft shell crab, 28 bucks. I hear that. This is the ones you want. These platters. Nick's Fisherman's platter for $2.94 bucks. Nick's seafood platter for $2 with everything, 210 bucks. And then there's a bunch of seafood baskets, and most of the main meals seem to be around the $40 mark. Entree's half that. These two over here look like they're enjoying a platter now. So they've already hammered through half of it. Let's get up here and have a look to see what's open up in the Cockle Bay Wharf. Few places I don't recognise. This place over here, Love Bomb candy store, with all these freaky shakes and stuff. I haven't been in there before. It's got $10 ice creams here, Belgian. Alright, I got Toby's Estate nectars. Oh yeah, it's interesting. So they've got donuts, and I'm not going to go in there because there's a lot of music playing. But yeah, it's interesting. Look at these freaky shakes here. Got donuts up the top. All of these places are playing music. I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they'd do it later when the punters arrive. Excuse me. Oh, look at this joint here. It says packed. Looks like a bunch of tourist buses arrived. Look, they're all got their masks on. That's interesting. Adria, I've never eaten in there. I wonder what that's like. Leave Adria behind over there. See if we can find a menu for it. Oh, here we go. We got some garlic bread starters between $8. Bruschetta, $13. Entrees, $22 to $28. Then a bunch of steaks and schnitzels and things from Maine, around the $34, $38 mark. Surf and turf, $58. And then a whole bunch of seafood dishes, whole king prawns, $36. Fisherman's catch of the day, $32. And then a little handful of desserts for around the $15 mark. Some maitre d's standing out the front of that one, so I won't stand there and go through that menu. She'll probably shoo me off. I wonder if you can still get all the way to the top of these escalators when you get up on the Pyrmont Bridge. Bit of a work crew over there in their bags of fruit, their suits. Alright, the escalators are still working. I don't need to explain to you what happened just then. My sunglasses back on, so that's what's great about that set of escalators there. You can get straight onto the Pyrmont Bridge and Centrepoint Tower up there. I'm going to get out onto the Pyrmont Bridge here and end the video here. And then I'm going to do a couple of clips for some shorts. And that'll be the vids for this week. Right down onto Pyrmont Bridge. Gift store opened up here. Haven't seen this open for a while. In one of my last vids I mentioned the monorail, when there used to be a monorail along here, and it used to run here. It used to run directly across there, down there to just above Harbourside, and that sort of circular looking contraption there, just there, that used to be the station for Harbourside for the monorail. So I'll pan around, face Darling Park, and then face up Market Street over there, and I'll say goodbye to you. Thanks again for coming on the little skirt around Darling Square and a little bit of Darling Harbour, at least the part that's not under construction at the moment. So I hope you enjoy your weekend.